We're here on a permanency hearing. Mr. Albie's with us for the department. Ms. Talley's with us for CASA. Mr. Adams is with us representing the child. Ms. Archer's with us representing the father, Mr. Morton, who's not in my waiting room. And Ms. Kincaid is with us representing the mother, Ms. Crossman, who is with us. Ms. Archer, were you expecting your client?
No, Judge.
Okay. All right. I have Harry Gaines, Melissa Dominguez, and Alicia Walker in the waiting room.
Alicia Walker is the worker in this case, Your Honor. I'd ask that you bring her in, please.
Okay.
And Judge, I show that Betsy Crossman is in the hearing.
Oh, I thought I announced her. So yeah, she is with us. Everyone's with us except Mr. Morton. This case was set for 9. It's now 9:08. We'll proceed in his absence. Mr. Albie, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would call Miss Alicia
Yes.
Walker. Where is he currently located?
He's in Hockley, Texas.
And what type of facility?
It's an RTC.
And is that placement meeting all of his needs at this time?
Yes.
Making sure that he attends all of his medical, dental, and mental health appointments.
Yes.
And how's Mason doing in that placement?
He's doing pretty good. He has his good days and his bad days. Kind of typical behavior. He doesn't really like being told what to do, but he hasn't had any serious behaviors or anything like that.
His mother is Miss Betsy Crossman.
Yes.
And for the majority of the length of this case, she was incarcerated, but now she is no longer incarcerated.
Right.
And she was ordered to work services in a service plan. Has she worked the services in her service plan?
Yes, she's finished her services.
Anything specifically that she needs to be doing in order to have Mason return to her?
She just needs to find her own place to live since she can't be returned to Molly Crossman's home, or since Mason can't be returned to Molly Crossman's home.
And just as a refresher, while Miss Crossman, Betsy Crossman, was incarcerated, her sister Molly was the caretaker for Mason, and at some point in time, Molly determined that she was unable to continue to care for Mason.
Right.
And that's how he ended up in care of the department.
Yes.
And we are working with Miss Crossman to help her find resources to be able to obtain her own housing.
Yes.
And do we know what the status of that is at this time?
I know she's trying to go through HUD. She's on the HUD waiting list. So I don't know, how long that will take, but she is actively trying to find a place.
In the meantime, since we're hopefully going to be able to reunify Mason with Betsy, are we doing taking any steps to be able to make that work?
Yes. They still have their weekly Zoom calls, but we've also told them that they're allowed to talk on the phone whenever they want, basically, as long as it's reasonable hours of the day. So Mason can call her whenever, Betsy can call him whenever.
And have you received reports from Mason and Betsy that they're utilizing that added access?
Yes.
So right now it's just a matter of Betsy trying to find her own place.
Right.
At the time the case started, Austin Morton was alleged to be the father. Since you've been the caseworker in this case, have you had any contact with Mr. Morton?
I have not, but I did receive an intake from the department from him on September 16th. And I was told that he was living with a woman in Amarillo and her 2 children, and he pulled a gun on her 2 children. And the woman claims that she's no longer seeing Austin and that he's no longer living with her. But the investigators don't really believe that, according to the children's statements. And I have attempted to visit him at that address in Amarillo. But whenever I went, nobody was home. So that's the only lead that I have so far.
And have you checked the Potter and Randall County jails to make sure he's not in jail?
Yes.
He was ordered to do genetic testing, and we have not found him to be able to provide him with that order, correct?
Correct.
So when we do find him, we're going to try to test him.
Yes.
In the meantime, because of the difficulties that you described with Betsy living with Molly, would you agree with me that it would be unsafe to return Mason home to that home at this time?
Yes.
Would you also agree with me that it would be contrary to Mason's general welfare to return him home?
Yes.
Are you asking then that the court continue the department as temporary managing conservators of this case, and that we leave placement as is until we can get, or Betsy can get, a home for her?
Yes.
Pass witness, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Ms. Kincaid.
Thank you, Your Honor. Are you aware whether Ms. Crossman is working anywhere?
Yes, she's working at Chunky's Burrito in Pampa.
If I said Chubby's, would you agree?
I can't remember if it's Chunky or Chubby's Burrito. It's one of the two.
Okay. And initially she was working, 10 to 2 or so. Are you aware whether she's increased her hours?
Yes, she has increased her hours. So I believe Monday through Friday it's 10 to 2, and then she'll go back in from 5 to 8. And then I believe she works 10 to 2 on the weekends as well.
Okay. And she was on an ankle monitor, is that correct?
Yes, but she's no longer wearing it anymore. She got it off.
Okay. And has she been in compliance with the department?
Yes, she has.
So really the only issue is, waiting on the HUD housing and making sure that that's safe and appropriate for Mason.
Yes, that's the only thing.
Okay. Thank you. Is there anything else the department is wanting her to do?
No.
Okay. Thank you. I'll pass the witness.
All right, thank you. Ms. Walker, Mason's on 3 psychotropic medications. Are they being monitored at least every 3 months?
Yes.
Every month, not every 3 months. Has he made any statements about his meds, whether he thinks they help him or don't help him, or?
He hasn't told me anything about it.
Okay. All right, thank you. Ms. Archer, questions?
Just one. Ms. Walker, on the alleged incident with the gun in Austin Morton, do you know if he was arrested on that?
I was not told that he was arrested. He said the investigator told me when he met with them, he said it was a fake gun. That's all I know.
Okay. I have no further questions.
All right. Mr. Adams?
No questions, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Alba, anything further from the department today?
No, Your Honor, we rest.
All right, thank you. Ms. Kincaid, any witnesses?
No, Your Honor, I rest.
Thank you. Ms. Archer?
No witnesses.
Mr. Adams, recommendations?
Just continue the department as temporary managing conservator and continue placement as is.
Okay. All right, thank you. Ms. Talley, Casa, have anything to add?
Your Honor, we would just ask that his level be just checked. We completely understand that that he needs services, but from our understanding, he's not receiving any specialized services in the RTC. So we just want to give every opportunity for reunification to happen, and we understand everybody's working towards that. So we just want to put it back out there to the courts and everybody involved.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, if we checked his level and it was lowered, he might be able to move closer to home if we're really just waiting. Ms. Walker, is he really basically ready to go? If Ms. Crossman had a home now, would we be talking about trying to reunify?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So maybe if we can test his level again, we can get him closer to home. So, okay. Then I will continue the department's temporary managing conservator, continue the current placement, but I will order that Mason's level be reevaluated to see if possibly he could level down out of the RTC. So,
okay.
I'll set a final for January 15th, 2025. That will be by Zoom like today's hearing, so parties and attorneys can go on the court's online docket a day or two in advance of January 15th to see exactly what time we'll have that hearing. Okay, we'll stand in recess on this case. I'll be back at 9:30 with us for CASA. Mr. Adams is with us representing the children. Mr. Taylor's with us representing the father, Mr. Green. I don't know if he's with us or not. Seems like last time when they appeared, they were under a person's name, not under the Wheeler County Jail.
They're both incarcerated in Wheeler County, and the deputy should have them.
That's what I'm asking, Mr. Taylor. Was it Melissa Dominguez? Is she? No?
She's my volunteer on
Okay.
the case.
All right, I'll get her in. Carrie Gaines?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Michelson is not with us. He represents Miss Green. Brittany's out of the office today. I have no way to contact him to see why he's not here.
Judge, I can text him if you need me to.
Sure, if that'll help, we'll give it a second. Okay, this is Judge Graham. I've let someone in for our hearing under Carrie Gaines. I understand this may be the jail. Yeah, there they are. All right. For the record, the Greens, Mr. and Mrs. Green, mother and father, are with us. They're incarcerated, but they're appearing from Wheeler County Jail. We'll give it a minute to see if we can't find Mr. Michelson, then we'll go ahead and get started.
I've texted him, Judge.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Leslie.
Judge, I got a response from him. I guess he's over in Hutchinson, but he didn't have the link, so I resent it to him. So he should be logging on soon.
Thanks for that, Leslie. Mr. Rowley, I've got Shay Grant in the waiting room. Is she your witness for this case?
She is, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll go ahead and get her in while we're waiting for Mr. Michelson. All right, Mr. Michelson's now joined us. That accounts for all parties and attorneys. So I have no one in the waiting room. Mr. Albee, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would call Ms. Shay Grant.
Okay.
Where are they currently placed?
They're in a group home in Amarillo.
And is that placement meeting all of their needs?
Yes, they are.
Does the placement make sure that the boys are attending all of their dental, medical, and mental health appointments?
Yes.
Any special needs or special issues that have arisen with either boy that we need to make the court aware of today?
No, they're doing very well.
The children's mother is Miss Karina Green.
Yes.
And she's currently incarcerated in Wheeler County.
Yes.
Were you able to discuss with her and develop a service plan?
Yes.
And when you developed that service plan, did you take into account Miss Green's past and the needs of the children while you were developing that service plan?
Yes, I did.
And did you talk with Miss Green about the services that you wanted to put in the service plan?
Yes.
Did she acknowledge that she understood those services?
Yes, she did.
Once you developed the service plan, were you able to write it out and then have Miss Green sign it?
Yes,
And is it on file with the court?
it is.
Mr. Michael Green is the boy's father.
Yes.
And were you able to develop a service plan with him?
Yes.
And again, was it specifically tailored for his needs and the boy's needs?
Yes, it was.
And when you developed that service plan for Mr. Green, again, did you put that in writing and have him sign it?
Yes.
And is it on file with the court?
Yes, it is.
Are you asking that both of those service plans be made orders of the court today?
Yes.
In the meantime, Mr. Green and Miss Green are both still incarcerated in Wheeler County.
Yes, they are.
So it would be unsafe to return the boys to either parent at this time.
Yes.
and contrary to the boys' general welfare.
Yes.
We began looking for family members to possibly place the boys with at the time of the removal, correct?
That's correct.
And at the last hearing, at the adversary hearing, we talked with a couple of different options. One of those would be an uncle that lives in Katy, Texas.
Yes.
And did you talk with that uncle about the possibility of having the boys placed in his care?
I did.
And what was his name?
Jacob Green.
And did Mr. Green inform you that he thought that it would not be in the best interest of the boys to have them placed in his care at that time?
Yes, that's correct.
He was moving from Katy to the Austin area.
Yes.
Another potential placement is paternal grandmother that resides in California.
Yes.
And what is her name?
Sharice Green.
And did we begin an ICPC home study with Miss Green?
Yes, we have.
Do you know what the status of that ICPC home study is?
Everything is submitted, so it's on the other side, just waiting for California to process everything.
And do you know, and have you informed Mr. and Miss Green that these ICPC home studies usually take several months?
Yes.
In the meantime, have you begun allowing Miss Green, the grandmother in California, to have virtual visits with the boys?
Yes.
Have there been discussions of any face-to-face visits?
No, not at this time.
Have there been to have virtual visits with the boys?
Yes.
Have there been discussions of any face-to-face visits?
No, not at this time.
Are you asking then that the court continue the department as temporary managing conservator of both boys?
Yes.
And we'll continue working towards placement outside of the home where they're currently placed?
Yes.
Thank you. I'll pass it with you, Sharon.
All right, thank you, Mr. Michelson.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Shea, I guess the only question that Mr. Alvey didn't touch on regarding the service plan was, did Mrs. Green have any objections to the conditions required of her in the case service plan?
No, she didn't.
Okay, and she was in full agreement with those services?
Yes.
Okay, are there any services that she can begin working while she's in custody?
I did leave a packet with them for life skills and parenting, so they have that with them right now.
Okay. Is it possible for her to complete parenting classes while she's in custody?
Outside of what's in that packet, I don't believe so.
Okay.
And I'm not sure that Wheeler County offers anything
Okay.
other than that.
Pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Taylor.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. The same questions with regard to Mr. Green. Did he have any objections to anything in the service plan?
No, sir.
And is there anything that's offered while he's in custody?
Nothing outside of the packets that I provided.
Okay. Why are they not getting any visitation, even telephone contact with their children?
I did ask about it, and it was not approved by the court for the parents.
Okay, and do you object to that, or do you have a recommendation in that regard?
I'm not sure how the boys would
react to a virtual visit, seeing their parents in jail. A phone call may be okay if that's approved.
It's fairly common for children to have visitation, telephone contact or video contact or in-person contact with their parents while they're in custody, correct?
Yes.
Well,
Okay.
Mr. Taylor, you well know it's not common in this court for kids to go to jail to see their parents. I don't have any problem with telephone contact, but I have problems with everything but telephone contact.
Okay, and proposing that telephone contact be video, virtual?
No, sir. Telephone, no
Just
video.
telephone. Okay. Well, Mr. and Ms. Green, I believe, would both very much like to have at least weekly contact with their children by telephone.
If it's all right with the jail, it's all right with me. I've looked back. I don't recall that I ever denied telephone contact between the kids and the parents, just no in-person visits and no virtual visits.
I don't believe we ever addressed it previously, Your Honor.
Okay.
They are asking for it.
Okay.
Other than that, I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Adams, questions?
Yes, Ms. Grant, have you monitored the visits between the children and the grandmother in California?
Yes, I have.
And have those visits gone well?
Yes.
The children are bonded to the grandmother?
Yes, they are.
And were you aware, I mean, I guess we had some issues related to the parents' request on religious grounds regarding the children. Have those all been taken care of?
Yes.
And the home where the children are at now know about all of those restrictions?
Yes, they do.
No further questions, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. Ms. Grant, are either of these kids on any psychotropic medications?
No medication.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right, then. Mr. Alvey, anything further from the department?
No, Your Honor, I rest.
All right. Mr. Michelson, any witnesses?
No witnesses, arrest.
Mr. Taylor?
Also rest, Your Honor. No
Okay,
witness.
all right. Thank you. Mr. Adams, recommendations?
I would recommend the department remain temporary managing conservator, placement remain as is while the ICPC study's going on, and allow the phone visitation with the parents.
Okay. Ms. Grant, I'm sorry, I meant to ask you, are either of these kids seeing a counselor?
Yes, they are.
Both of them?
Yes.
Do you know who that is?
Pace Lawson.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you. All right, then. Casa, anything to add?
We have nothing more to add. We agree with Mr. Adams.
Okay. All right, then I will continue the department as temporary managing conservator, continue the children's current placements. I'll order the services for each parent as contained in their service plans, and I will approve telephone visitation between the parents and the children weekly, if that's allowed by the Wheeler County Jail. Weekly is fine with me as long as it's okay with the jail. I have no control over the jail, so whatever they allow, I'm okay with. All right, then, Mr. and Ms. Green, I need to admonish you today that the services contained in your service plan become a court order today. At a final hearing, if you have not worked those services, your parental rights could be altered or terminated. Do you both understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, thank y'all. Okay, that will conclude this hearing. For those of you involved, I'll be back at 10 o'clock. Mr. Alvey's with us for the department. Ms. Talley's with us for CASA. Mr. Adams is with us representing the children. Ms. Lucero is with us representing the father, Mr. Adkins, who I show is still incarcerated. And then Ms. Adkins, the mother, is with us. Cody Pirtle, her attorney's not with us. There he is. He just now came into the waiting room. Ms. Lucero, you weren't expecting your client to appear in any fashion, were you?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. I have Renee Alexander Tyler and Erica Flores in the waiting room.
Erica Flores, Your Honor, is the caseworker that I'll be calling.
Okay. All right. Ms. Flores is now with us. Mr. Alvey, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would call Miss Erica Flores. Where are the boys currently placed?
They're at a foster home in Pampa.
And Is that placement meeting all of their needs?
Yes, sir.
And is the placement making sure that the boys are attending all of their medical, dental, and mental health appointments?
Yes, sir.
How are the boys doing in their placement?
The boys are doing very well. Utah is currently in basketball. He's enjoying school. He does little side jobs here and there to make money. He's current with all his medical and dental. Utah's doing great as well. He's just typical 4-year-old behavior, you know, taking things that are not his, but he's very easily redirected. And he's current as well with all medical and dental. Utah did have a lazy eye, and he will need to be having surgery for that. We do not have a date for that surgery just yet.
Children's mother is Jennifer Atkins.
Yes.
Ms. Atkins was ordered to work services. Has she begun working services on her service plan?
Yes.
Are there services that she has completed at this time?
Yes, she has. The services that she has completed are TPC, our rational behavior therapy, her OSAR. Those are the ones that she has completed.
Are there services that she is currently working on?
Yes, sir. She is still attending individual counseling with Melly Birch. So she's continuing those services with her. Padre for parenting classes is still needing a relapse plan from her to complete that program, and just drug screening every month. And her NAAA that she does not like to go to.
But that's part of her service plan also.
Yes.
So there's a number of things that she has not completed that are necessary for her to alleviate the reasons for the children to be removed from her care.
Yes.
Would you agree with me then that it would not be safe to return either child to her at this time?
Yes.
And it would be contrary to their general welfare to do so?
Yes.
In addition, at the last hearing, we talked about that she was possibly residing with a person by the name of Sean Canada.
Yes.
There's some question as to whether or not she was residing with Mr. Canada.
Yes, sir.
And we had asked for her to provide us with some information so we could do background checks and those kind of things, just to determine what kind of issues might be there if he was residing.
Yes, sir.
Is it your understanding that this week there was an incident in her home or the home that she was residing in which Mr. Canada was arrested for assault causing bodily injury?
Yes.
And he's currently in jail and Canadian at this time.
Yes.
And is it your understanding that Miss Adkins is the victim of that assault?
Yes.
With that in mind, it really would not be safe to return these boys home at this time.
No, sir.
When you've talked with Miss Adkins, is she voicing that she is learning from her services?
Just the NAAA. Apparently she does not like to go to that one. I as well, for the Padre for the relapse plan, I did get a hold of Antonio Graves and he sent me the relapse plan to give her again. And I gave that to her again to make sure she sent that off. And she's not turned that in yet as well.
Do you feel like she's gaining any understanding, or is trying to change her ways so that it would be safe to return these boys home?
No.
And in fact, you've done random drug screens on a regular basis.
Yes.
And her drug screens, she's always testing positive for a drug that's been prescribed to her on a regular basis.
Yes.
But those are never consistent, and it's never the same drug that she tests positive for, and they don't really fit with what she's told us her prescriptions are.
Yes. And there's also some, some that pop up that she's not even prescribed.
Okay. So we still have serious concerns about her lifestyle.
Yes.
In the meantime, Taylor Atkins is the father to these two children. He is incarcerated in California.
Yes, sir.
Have you had any contact with him?
Yes, sir. I sent him letters in the mail monthly.
And does he understand that he has to work services in order for the boys to be returned to him?
Yes, sir.
But has he informed you that he's not due for release until a year from now, next November?
Yes.
So it's really not safe to return these boys to him at this time.
No, sir.
And it'd be contrary to their general welfare.
Yes.
In addition to the fact that he's in jail, the younger of these two boys doesn't really have any idea who Taylor Atkins is, correct?
No, sir.
And the older one tells us that he doesn't want to have any contact with Taylor Atkins.
That is right.
So you're asking the court then to continue the department as temporary managing conservator of these two boys at this time. Is that what we want? Is that the court continue us as conservator of these two boys?
Yes.
And we don't want to change placement.
No.
That's what insurance.
All right, thank you. Ms. Flores, is Utah still not wanting to have visitation with his mother?
No, sir.
Okay. And as far as I did see that, I don't think you mentioned this, but the mother had completed, it's either psychological or psychosocial.
Yes, sir.
And then I read that she'd completed 12 of 12 substance abuse classes. Does that mean that they didn't think she needed anything else or what?
She completed it, Judge Graham. She's just needing to turn in the relapse plan for her to complete the program altogether so that Antonio Graves can talk to her so she has an understanding of what classes she's done with them.
Okay, so that's substance abuse classes was the Padre program.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you. And I noted neither of these kiddos are on any kind of psychotropic meds. Is that correct?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Mr. Pirtle, questions?
Okay. Ms. Flores, has my client asked to do services like over the internet for AA meetings?
I'm sorry. Can you say that again?
Has my client requested to do her AA meetings over the internet?
She has, but I just don't know which online classes would be pertain to her. Because the ones that we have that she has to do are in Canadian.
Okay. Do you have any other of your clients out there who are doing their services over the internet?
No.
Okay. So you don't have the resources for that?
No, not NA.
Okay. If she researches that and comes back to you, would you be able to prove something like that?
I would have to get I would probably have to get that approved with my supervisor as well. Yeah, just to make sure it's the right kind.
Okay. And then just needs to get you her relapse program showing she's completed the Padre program, where she needs to finish with or come up with her own relapse idea, correct?
Yes, it's a form that I gave to her again from Antonio Graves, and she just needs to turn that into him.
Okay. And at the time she was attacked, for lack of a better word, by her ex-boyfriend, were there any children around whenever that happened?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Okay. And did you know that she currently has a protective order in place against her ex-boyfriend?
I seen that in the police call out, yes. That she requested one. I don't know if there is one, but that she did request one.
Okay. So is it your understanding that he's not going to be a part of the picture anymore?
Well, she's said that
Objection, Your
before.
Honor, speculation. We're not sure what her future beliefs will be.
I'm just asking for the caseworker's understanding, Judge.
Well, she'd have to speculate unless mom's told her something. She can answer that if it's based on what mom told her.
Okay. Well, so has my client, Miss Atkins, told you she no longer intends on having a relationship with Mr. Canada?
No. It's not my understanding, because she said all along during this time that she was not with him when she was.
Okay. And then has she been getting any makeup visitation with the youngest child, Montana?
As far as I'm concerned, all her visits are up to date.
Okay. Have there been any scheduling conflicts with trying to do visitations with her?
No.
Okay. I pass the witness.
All right, Miss Lucero.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Flores, you say that you keep in contact with my client by mail. Have you received any letters from him?
Yes, I have.
Does he stay in regular contact with you?
No, not honestly, no.
Okay. Have you, and I may have asked you this at the last hearing, but have you received any type of certificates of completion for any services that he may have worked there at the prison in California?
No.
Okay. All right. I've received one, so I'll provide that to you. And as far as, have you received any letters from him for the children?
I believe I have one that stated that, he was concerned for his kids, but he's not had contact with them in a very long time.
No. And my question, I should have been more clear. I think at a prior hearing, Judge Graham granted him permission to send letters to the children. And then they could be forwarded, they'd be sent to you, forwarded to the children's counselor to make sure that they're appropriate. Have you received any type of letters like that from him?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Mr. Adams.
Ms. Flores, the boys are doing well in their foster placement, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
They seem to like it there.
Yes, sir.
And they're doing well in school?
Yes, sir.
No further questions, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Anybody else have further questions for Ms. Flores? All right, Mr. Alvey, you have any other witnesses?
No, Your Honor, we rest.
Thank you. Mr. Pirtle, any witnesses?
I'd like to call my client, Miss Atkins.
Okay. Trying to find her. Oh, she
She
fell
just
out.
called my
She's
office
back-
and said
she's back in the
yeah,
waiting
she's in
room.
the waiting room.
While we're trying to get her to unmute, Mr. Pirtle, you had filed a motion for jury trial. Do you still intend to rely on that motion?
Your Honor, I do. And in fact, I was going to confirm that with Miss Atkins if we can get her on the.
Okay. Yeah, let's do. And I'll just
the
let
feed.
everybody know that that jury trial may come sooner than any of you might like. We're having unbelievable trouble getting court reporters and getting courtrooms. So we'll start working on trying to get that set up pretty quickly, even though the dismissal date's not till April. So y'all don't be too surprised if we can't make it as close to the dismissal date as you'd like. So she's in on the one and she's still muted, and then the other one it's just spooling, saying she's trying to join.
Judge Graham, I had a question regarding my client. If we're going to go forward on a jury trial, would then it be best? I didn't know whether if he can appear by Zoom like we do these hearings, but for a jury trial, he'd probably need to be here in person if he'd like to be here in person. So I'd need to bench warrant him back.
You'll have to. I don't know in California. I don't know if they'll. I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Now, if we had a jury trial and I couldn't get him bench warranted back, could he appear at least telephonically?
I have no problem with that. That'd probably be the best way, because I don't have the capability to do uh, uh, partial Zoom and partial in person.
I understand. Okay.
Yeah. So,
All right. Thank you.
yeah. Lorraine, if unmuted for a second,
Yes, sir.
you might talk. I just don't know what they have in Hemp Hill County. I haven't had to go back so long. A lot of the counties are getting the hybrid systems where they can do Zooms and jury trials. So you might check with Hemp Hill County and see if they have that.
Okay.
That'd be preferential to him just being on a telephone, because then
Exactly.
the jury could see him and so forth.
Right.
So,
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
And
Thank you.
Lauren,
Yes.
I'll tell you that I believe that the 31st Judicial District has the ability to do a Zoom for our jury trial. So
Oh, okay.
you
Okay.
you need to talk to the judge, but I'm pretty sure that that's true.
Okay. I appreciate it. Thanks to both of you.
sure. Okay, Miss Atkins, this is Judge Graham. Can you hear me? Every time I try to talk to her, she falls off. We'll give her a little bit longer. If we can't get her back in, Mr. Pirtle, I'm just going to go ahead and assume that the jury trial's on. And if you do find out that she doesn't want that jury trial, please let us know immediately so we don't waste a bunch of time.
I understand, Judge. I do have an email that I printed out that does state she wants the jury trial,
Okay.
dated just in September. She has not
Okay.
retracted that.
Okay. I'm just gonna go forward assuming that we're having a jury trial. We've got a few more minutes. I don't have another hearing until 10:30. We'll wait and see if she comes back into the waiting room.
While we're doing that, Judge, just off the not on the subject, but I was at a senior volleyball tournament or volleyball game last week, and 3 of the 6 seniors that were announced that they were going to go to school to become stenographers. So
Good.
there's at least a perceived need in the young people that we do need these court reporters.
Well, that's good to hear. I mean, it's a statewide problem. We just, we had our annual judges conference last month, and it's a statewide epidemic is what it is. It's just,
yeah.
I'm thinking about going back to get mine and keeping my state job too, if I could.
yeah.
No. You got enough, dude.
Well, and also, Judge, I think I texted you about setting the next permanency hearing review for March 5th.
Yeah.
Because we'll be due one, and then setting the jury trial before the dismissal date of April 12th.
Yeah. I was going to announce a perm on March 5th. So
okay, just wanted to make sure. Thank you.
yeah. Now I think Rachel's gone back to studying court reporting again too. She started and then decided she didn't want to, but I think she's back to doing some of that too. I don't know when she finds time.
I might look into it too,
Maybe they found out they could make more money than the judges.
Yeah.
Oh, I like what I do. I really like working with everyone. So I don't see myself going anywhere anytime soon.
Well, I can't type when I'm sitting there looking at the key, so I'm sure I would not be a candidate to be a court reporter. So
that's what you have Brittany for, Judge.
I guess when you can't be a doctor or a court reporter, you just become a lawyer. Mr. Pert, I'll give you right up to 10:30, and then we'll have to go ahead.
I understand, Judge.
I'm sorry, sir. Zoom keeps kicking me out and starting over.
Okay, well, I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, don't touch anything. Let's see if we can get through this since we can hear you. If you would, raise your right hand. Do you swear the testimony you give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Mr. Pirtle?
Thank you, Judge. Ms. Atkins, there's been some talk that you wavered about whether or not you want a jury trial or not. Are you still wanting your jury trial? Yes or no?
We lost her again.
Yeah.
No, there she is. Miss Atkins, you want your jury trial, is that correct? Miss Atkins, can you hear us?
Yes, it just kicked me out again. I'm sorry.
Do you want your jury trial still?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. That's the main thing we need to know. Mr. Pearl, any other questions for her?
Are you having any trouble completing your services?
I'm sorry, what?
Are you having any trouble completing the services that Erica's giving you?
I didn't hear anything anyone said.
Okay. And why haven't you completed your relapse plan for the Padre program?
I'm sorry, sir.
Okay, Judge, I think the main thing was asking about the jury trial
Okay, yeah.
at this time.
Okay. Like, as I said, if she changes her mind and doesn't want it, please just notify all of us just by email, and we won't waste any more time on it. So.
Certainly, Judge.
Okay. All right. All right, then, Miss Lucero, did you have any witnesses?
No witnesses, Your Honor.
Mr. Adams, recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor, just continue the department as temporary managing conservator and continue placement as is. The boys are doing well where they're at.
Okay. Ms. Talley, Casa, have anything to add?
Nothing, Your Honor. We're in agreement with the ad litem.
Okay. All right. I will continue the department as temporary managing conservator and continue the boys' current placements. We'll set another permanency hearing for March 5th, 2025. That will be by Zoom, like today's hearing, so parties and attorneys can go on the court's online docket and to see a couple of days before March 5th to see exactly what time we'll have that hearing. And then we will continue to work on the jury trial. As I stated earlier, it could very well happen that the jury trial comes before that permanency hearing setting. So, but if we can't line that up for the jury trial before March 5th, we'll see you back here for a permanency hearing then. So, okay, we'll stand in recess. I'll be back here in just a couple of minutes to call a Dallam County final hearing.
Thank you.
On the, thank you all.
Thanks, Judge.
You bet. Mr. Albie's with us for the department. Ms. Ledbetter is with us representing CASA. Mr. Turner is with us representing the child. Mr. Adams is with us representing the father, who I don't show is with us unless he happens to be with mom. And then Ms. Kincaid represents the mother, Ms. Pastor, who is with us. We have Mr. Perales to interpret. Mr. Adams, were you I'm sorry, Ms. Grant is with us as guardian ad litem. Ms. Grant, you're guardian ad litem for the mother?
Yes, Judge, guardian ad litem for the mother, Seneda Pastor.
Okay. Mr. Adams, about your client, are you expecting him?
No, Your Honor, we haven't found him.
Okay. All right.
Or no, I guess he's still in Guatemala, as far as we know.
Okay. Let me make a note of that. All right. Everyone except Ms. Pastor will hit the interpretation feature and check English.
Hey.
Okay. I can, yes. And I've told everyone else to click English. Okay, I guess then we are ready to proceed, Mr. Albie.
Is Jalissa Bird in your waiting room, Your Honor?
She is, yes, sir. She's the only one in the waiting room. I'll get her in.
And Kay is how old?
Kay is 1 year old.
And where is she currently placed?
She's currently in a foster home.
And where at is she in a foster home?
She's in a foster home in Lubbock, Texas.
And is that foster home meeting all of her needs at this time?
Yes, they are.
Making sure that she attends all of her medical, dental, and mental health. She probably doesn't have any mental health appointments, but medical and dental appointments.
Yes, they are.
And how's she doing?
She's doing well. She's meeting her milestones. She's thriving. just doing really well in the home, eating well, sleeping well, walking and talking. So she's doing well.
Are there any special needs or special issues with Kay that we need to make the court aware of today?
No, not at this time.
Her mother is Sonata, and that may not be right, but I think that's how you say it. Caliche Pastor.
Yeah.
And Sonata, where is she currently living?
Zenaida is at the Children's Home of Lubbock in Lubbock, Texas.
And she was also in care until pretty recently when she turned 18.
That's correct.
And she has chosen to stay in the children's home in Lubbock, and she's working some extended care provisions so that the department can continue to offer her services.
Yes.
And how's she doing with those services?
Zenaida is doing well. She's going to school, working on getting her GED. She's taking English courses, following recommendations through her probation. Her placement is helping her get to her services, and just overall helping her just kind of learn independent living skills.
She was pretty far behind when she came into care. Is that right?
Yes.
And she's working diligently to catch up and become able to be an independent adult at a later date.
Yes, she has.
There are some other issues that Sonata has. First of all, she's not here legally, and there are some immigration issues.
That's correct. Yeah.
And the department's providing some immigration services for her and trying to help her get so that she can be here legally.
Yes.
But that's a long drawn out process, and it's bigger bureaucracy than our bureaucracy.
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. In addition, Sonata has some pending criminal charges.
That's correct.
We don't know what the status of those is.
No, not at this time.
And additionally, she's currently on some kind of a probation.
Yes.
And we don't know, well, she's doing pretty well on her probation as far as we know.
Yes, she is.
Have you talked with her probation officer?
I have not talked to her probation officer in Dallam County. I did communicate with I believe it's kind of, I'm not sure if it's contracted through Lubbock, but she did have probation in Lubbock that connected with Dallam. And they said that she was following recommendations. They as well are trying to help with immigration status. And so she is doing what's asked of her.
We reached an agreement in mediation so that the department would be named as permanent managing conservator of K, while Sonata would be named as a possessory conservator.
Yes.
She would receive some rights to K, but we would maintain conservatorship while Sonata continues working services.
Yes.
In the meantime, we're working to be able to place Kay in Sonata's care. And that was part of our agreement, is that we're going to work and hopefully by the end of the year be able to put Kay in Sonata's care as a placement on a full-time basis.
Yes.
And you've had conversations with the children's home where Sonata's at, and they're willing to help facilitate that.
Yes, they are.
And do you believe that that's in Sonata's best interest and in Kay's best interest?
Yes, we do.
Now, the father to this child is Isaiah Radios Javier. He was in Dallam County when we started, but he got deported, is what your understanding is.
Yes, that's my understanding.
And Sonata has also informed us that she knows that he was deported and sent back to Guatemala.
Yes.
We haven't been able to track him down in Guatemala.
No, I have not.
So today we're not asking at this time for Isaiah to be named as any kind of conservator. We're not trying to terminate his parental rights.
That's correct.
And that was part of our agreement that we reached also.
Yes, and mediation, yes.
And are you asking that the court approve our agreement and name the department as permanent managing conservator of K, and that Zenaida be named as a possessory conservator?
Yes, we are.
I'll pass witness, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Ms. Kincaid. Any questions?
Briefly, Your Honor, are there any services left for Zenaida to work?
Yes. Zenaida is currently a lot of her services. She has kind of completed the minimum that we have been asking. Zenaida has taken it upon herself to continue those services as far as individual counseling. She'll continue with the parenting through the parenting cottage at the Children's Home of Lubbock. They will support her when Kay is back in the home or placement with Zenaida. She also is completing services with her probation that we've communicated with. And I believe she is in need of completing her psychological that just expired. I believe it was the last month. So we do need to get an updated psychological. And I believe that's the services left.
Okay, but she's cooperated with the department?
Yes, she has.
Okay, thank you. I'll pass witness.
All right, thank you, Mr. Adams.
No questions, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Grant.
No additional questions, Judge.
Thank you, Mr. Turner.
No questions, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Alvey, anything further from the department?
No, Your Honor. We would request that you approve the mediated settlement agreement. We believe that we've sent that to you.
Yeah, I've seen it. Is it on file?
Judge, I don't think I filed it, but we were waiting until today to do that.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to approve it. So if you go ahead and file it, that'll make it a lot simpler for me to announce what the mom's visitation schedule is. So,
yes.
Okay, all right then. Let's see, where was Miss Grant? Mr. Turner, did you have anything further?
I do not, Your Honor. I would just ask that the court approve the mediated settlement agreement, naming the department as the permanent managing conservator and formulating a visitation schedule commensurate with that agreement.
Okay. All right, Ms. Grant, anything else to add as guardian ad litem?
Nothing to add, Your Honor. This is my agreement.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Ledbetter, is CASA in agreement?
Yes, Your Honor, we are in agreement with that as well.
Okay. All right, then. I will approve that agreement. I will name the department permanent managing conservator. I'll name mother permanent possessory conservator. I'll continue Kay's current placement. And I will order that mother's visitation plan and the holiday visitation schedule will be as set out in the mediated settlement agreement, which will be filed in this case. I didn't have a date from Brittany for the first permanency hearing, and she is out of town today. And let's see, Leslie's not with us now. Well, this would be Gail's, wouldn't it?
This is Gail's. Gail, do you have a date?
I'll have her send an email to all parties as to when our first placement review hearing will be. Okay, appreciate y'all working that out. We will stand in recess on this case. I'll be back here in 11 o'clock or maybe a little after to call a Dallam County case that is for a couple of motion hearings for first amended motion for emergency hearing filed by the parents about visitation. Also, the department in response has filed a motion for continuance. Mr. Albie's with us for the department. Ms. Lucero is with us representing the children. Mr. Naranjo is with us representing the parents. Both parents. And my understanding, before we go any further, Ms. Naranjo, do I understand that you've waived an interpreter today?
That is correct, Your Honor, and my clients are present with me.
Okay, thank you. I've got them. Okay, that's all the parties. Before we get started, I'm going to put the lawyers in a breakout room. Ms. Naranjo, whether you want to step out or however you want to handle it as far as your clients being in the room. I can't
I'll
hear.
have to step out, Judge.
Okay, all right, thank you. I'll wait to open the breakout room till I'm sure they're out, but I'll put y'all in the breakout room and then I'll join you.
Judge, I had subpoena Jessica Hoskins, who is the director of St. Francis. I don't know if she's in a waiting room. Sorry, Judge, you're muted.
Yeah, I got ahead of myself. I got a bunch of people in the waiting room, but Jessica's not one of them.
Oh, okay.
I have Haley Wagner, Tamara Martinez, Michaela Kirksey, Christy Ashley, Michelle Spencer.
Michelle Spencer is the supervisor for the investigator. That was part of the reason the parents were denied visitation. So I think at least get her in so that she can be admonished as to what happened.
Do we need to just get everybody in since we're not actually, nobody can invoke the rule. We're not actually having a test.
Right. I was going to ask that all of those people
Yeah.
be allowed in, please, Your Honor.
Okay, let's just get everybody in the pool. Children, I'll kind of recap what I started to say before.
I apologize, Judge, but Miss Spencer is not connected to audio.
All right. All right. Now let's see. Everybody's connected. Okay, I'm going to recap what we were talking about before. The attorneys and I met in a breakout room concerning these various motions that have been filed today. First thing I have done, I have granted the department's motion for continuance for the following reason that Ms. Naranjo, on behalf of the parents, first motion today for an emergency hearing was because of missed visitation or denied visitation by St. Francis to the parents, which was contrary to this court's order. However, the amended motion also asked that the kids be placed back with the parents. That, to me, is tantamount to a final hearing. So based on that, I've granted Mr. Alvey's motion for continuance not to hear that matter today about returning any kids to the parents. Now, apparently, we're all pretty much in agreement, or everybody's in agreement, informed me that St. Francis has been denying visitation. That was 1 hour weekly, which this court ordered at our adversary hearing on September 6, 2024. I find that has merit, that someone with St. Francis has made the decision to just ignore this court's order. So what I've told the lawyers, I'm going to grant their motion for that visitation will resume again immediately. It has been 1 hour. I'm also going to increase that to 2 hours weekly. And then I'm going to also order that in addition to that, they be allowed makeup visits for each 1 hour visit that they miss. We won't give them 2 hours for the 1 hour that was denied to them, but y'all work it out. They're going to get all their visitation that they've missed eventually. So, and I've informed the lawyers, this has come up when St. Francis took over, like all the other companies that have done this in Texas. All the judges knew this would happen. What do we do when St. Francis or any other organization violates a court order when they're technically not a party to the case? I've not had it come up until now, and we're not going to go that far today, but I want everybody to know that anybody that violates a court order will be brought before the court if by capias if necessary, whether it be St. Francis as the organization or whether it be an individual with St. Francis. And I feel like, and I think most judges in Texas feel like we have full authority to sanction and or find St. Francis or any other organization or any individual working for them who is in contempt. We have the ability to hold them in contempt, and I won't hesitate to use it if that's what happens. Luckily, this is the first time I've had this come up, but I've been expecting it for several years. So I saw no need to have a bunch of protracted testimony today. Everyone seems to be in agreement that visitation has been denied in violation of my court order. So everybody's put on notice that it doesn't stop with the department. If judges have to reach to St. Francis or any other organization or individual working for them, I think we've got the authority to do so, and I think most judges will do so. So that's my warning to everybody. So that will be my ruling. They'll get makeup visits, and starting now, they'll get 2 hours weekly visits, obviously still supervised. So Okay, that takes care of our issues today. Our next scheduled hearing was the initial permanency hearing, and that will take place on February 5th, 2025. That will be by Zoom like today's hearing, so parties and attorneys can go on the court's online docket a day or two in advance of February 5th to see exactly what time we'll have that hearing. Okay, I think, Mr. Alley, this was our last hearing for the day. I'll get to you, Ms. Lucero. That's correct, isn't it? This was our last one?
Your Honor, I apologize, but my client
Yes, sir.
started having visitation this Thursday. Would that visitation be for 2 hours starting?
Yes, ma'am.
then? Thank you.
Yes. Mr. Albee, this is our
It-
last
it-
case, right?
It
Okay,
is
Ms.
our last
Lucero,
day.
Ms. Lucero, you had your hand up?
Yes, Your Honor, I just wanted to bring to the court's attention and to St. Francis, if they would just keep me in the loop when the visits started, and allegations were made. I wasn't made aware of that. The way I found out was through Ms. Ledbetter with CASA, which I appreciated. But if anything's going on with the kids that, I should know, I would just appreciate an email or just be kept in the loop about what's going on with the kids.
Yeah, that should go without saying, but I'll admonish everybody. Probably the ad litem for the kiddos is probably the most important lawyer in this mess. So in every case, so I'll expect everybody to keep all attorneys for the children informed of what's going on. So, okay, that's our last hearing. So we'll stand in recess. Y'all have a good rest of your week, and we'll see you on February 5th.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Amy.
Thank you, Judge.